All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Tyrese has given an explanation for what happened, why he's been behaving so erratically, and he said he's been taking a new medication. It's this drug called Rexulti, which is used to treat depression. I looked it up. It also is used to treat schizophrenia. And it says it's having an adverse effect on him, but he is now getting back to normal. He said, because of this high stress and very traumatic experience, I was connected with multiple therapists and psychiatrists. I had a few private meetings, and these were the psych drugs that were suggested, and this is the reason I had a complete meltdown online.
I wish I could suck my teeth like a Jamaican, man.
I seen you trying. I keep
blowing a kiss.
You started blowing kisses.
All right, here is Tyrese speaking on his meltdown.
I just wanted to formally apologize after what I now know was some psychiatric meds called Rexulti. So have I been stressed about losing my daughter? Yes. But after seeing several psychiatrists and therapists trying to help me out, one of the psychiatrists suggested some medicine, and it really f***ed me up in a real way. If you know me the way I know you do, you know that something had to be wrong and I was not in my normal mind state.
Tyrese a slippery-ass Negro boy. You know why? Because when you play the I was on medicine card, then you are basically saying something was wrong with you, so you kind of protect yourself from slander because people really don't know if you was on the medicine or not. But if you ask me, the only illness Tyrese suffers from is constipation because he's full of
Well, I actually asked my friend who's a doctor, Dr. Ramik Hunt, and I said, would that have a cause anything? He just responded. He said, it could have, especially if they were adjusting his dose, but that medicine is used for major depression and schizophrenia and sometimes bipolar. So just having either one of those mood disorders can make you break down.
I may have believed Tyrese more if he would have held up the bottle of medicine he was referring to and not posted a Google image. And how is being mentally unstable and being on medication, how do you know that makes your behavior erratic? How is that going to help you get custody of your child?
Well, he goes on to go on Facebook and talk about the help that he needs. He says, powerful women of God, because you guys seem to show up for each other. This is your moment. I've always showed up for you, your events, your moments. I am simply asking that you show up for my wife so that I can stay married. My wife, who is now pregnant, is the new president of the Love Circle Foundation. Could really use some help. You see this: Oprah, Elaine Wynn, Bill and Melinda Gates, Love Angel, Jada Pinkett Smith, or maybe Priscilla Zuckerberg. Just asking.
So you asking for donations so you can stay married?
He linked to the Love Circle Foundation.
So your marriage, your marriage is going to stay together depending on if you get donations or not for some charity?
Listen, he also has his Shayla Rock, so he's put that up and he's selling shirts.
I want to suck my teeth like a Jamaican. I just don't know how.
I'm confused. I don't know. I want to believe Tyrese, but it just sounds like
Tyrese full of caca, man.
I was going to say that.
All right, now let's move on and talk about Tiffany Haddish. She has made history on Saturday Night Live as the first black female stand-up comic to host a show in 43 seasons.
Drop on the clues bombs for Queen Tiffany Haddish, damn it.
Now, in particular, one of her skits monologues was about what's going on right now in Hollywood with all of these powerful executives taking advantage of people, and now people are coming forward to speak out. Here's what advice she gave her tip to men.
And we've been talking about the whole sexual harassment stuff that's been going on. And look here, okay, guys, fellas, I got a tip for y'all. I like to call it Tiffany's Tips. It's a tip. Listen, fellas, listen, okay? If you got your thing out and she got all her clothes on, you're wrong. You're in the wrong.
That was a bar. A whole lot of common sense went into that one. If you got your meat out and she still got her clothes on, you're wrong.
Well, Louis C.K. has addressed claims by 5 different women that he asked to expose himself or masturbate in front of them or did it over the phone. And he acknowledges these women all were telling the truth. And he says, I want to address the stories told to the New York Times by 5 women named Abby, Rebecca, Dana, Julia, who felt able to name themselves and one who did not. These stories are true. At the time, I said to myself that what I did was okay because I never showed a woman my D without asking first, which is also true. But what I learned later in life, too late, is that when you have power over another person, asking them to look at your D isn't a question. It's a predicament for them.
Well,
the power I had over these women is that they admired me, and I wielded that power irresponsibly.
Well, when you ask the question, you got to get an answer. You know, if you ask the question and she doesn't say anything, that don't give you the permission just to whip it out and start jerking. And why is it masturbation? Why is he so into that?
Now, he said, I've been remorseful of my actions. He said, I took advantage of the fact that I was widely admired in my and their community, which disabled them from sharing their story and brought hardship to them when they tried because people who look up to me didn't want to hear it. So he goes on to talk about working on himself and, again, apologizes to the people that he's brought pain and hurt to in his family, his friends, his children, their mother. And then he goes, we also found out that FX is giving him the boot. They're canceling the deal they have with his production company.
Oh, he lost everything.
Yes.
He also lost his second stand-up special with Netflix. That's been canceled in the wake of all of this.
His movie
Yeah,
on
his
Netflix?
movie, I Love You, Daddy. The film distributor canceled the release of his movie. It was supposed to come out next week, so
His
everything
management
done.
team parted ways?
Yeah. His manager, his publicist, everybody
boy.
has severed
They
ties.
took everything. He might not even have no lotion to jerk off at this point.
All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
Well, that's what he gives.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in